Hashtag not sponsored.
What's boppin', Backstreet Boys?
It's Estrella here, and this is just terrible. Let me apologize first if it doesn't seem like I am completely, devastated by this news. I have a real unhealthy, way of dealing with this sort of thing, and I hate that we have to make one of these videos, and I feel bad because, last time I was in a suit, it was a Christmas special. We just got through our, whatever, 3 months, and this is actually just a really bad announcement I have to make. So basically, and Arbor might come in and say something too. I don't know. I record this first. I wanted Arbor, since he's the editor. I wanted Arbor to come in and say some words, because obviously it's he knows a bit more about the situation, and it is his fault, so yeah. This is a Seagate portable hard drive. Um, Backup Plus for Mac, model SRD00F1. Do not buy this. Let me start off the video with never buy Seagate. We learned that. That is something that we will never ever make the mistake of doing again. So a little bit of our process. I uploaded that picture somewhere a while back, of our setup. Maybe I'll throw it up there. I don't know. We record videos on a Elgato, and the Elgato puts it directly onto the Seagate 2 terabyte uh, portable hard drive, because my Mac doesn't have enough storage, because I got the low storage Mac because I didn't have Garbage Fire Gaming when I got the Mac. I just had my regular YouTube channel, and those videos were not as long. So long story short, we put the videos directly onto the portable hard drive, and then when Arbor needs to edit the video, he plugs the hard drive into the Mac, and he my Mac, because well, we don't pay him enough. He doesn't have a laptop, but I let him use mine sometimes. Um, you know, uh, so basically, uh, Arbor plugs the hard drive into my laptop, and he gets whatever chunk. We usually do it session by session, so he'll take one session at a time out and put it on my laptop, because I do have enough space for that. So we usually have 2 to 3 sessions on my laptop at one time, usually from different games. And he'll edit them, upload them to YouTube, schedule when they're going to go up. Well, I kind of do that, and I do the description and stuff. He basically just saves them to my laptop, and then I go on and finish it up. Yeah, so I basically, when I went to Britain, which I am back, if you can't tell from the, my room background, I am back from Britain, okay, and Arbor, because Arbor was in my carry-on. It was this whole situation. I had to, stuff him in the duffel bag, and then I just kind of gave a 20 to the TSA agent. They didn't say anything about it. So, yeah, so when I went to Britain, I took the hard drive, because you knew our plan. We recorded all through December, a lot. I took the hard drive with me to Britain, and Arbor, and then Arbor was editing videos there, and it was all going pretty good. But then, what Gosan thinks is that when Arbor plugged it into my laptop to edit stuff, because the wattage that they use in Britain is much higher, and the hard drive gets its power source from the laptop, and since my laptop was plugged into the high wattage, which it's great for charging your phones, because your phones are gonna skyrocket charge super fast, but he thinks that it made the portable hard drive overheat. Also, there's a little bit, I don't know if it'll show up, there's a little bit of a dent here, um but that has been there for a long time, way before we ever, that is not new, that has been there for a very long time, and um much much longer than Garbage Fire Gaming, and it's definitely like it would be weird for it to just suddenly start because I've used this for like years and years anyway, like since I got my Mac. And so the hard drive, for whatever reason, I'll just say it malfunctioned. And uh, basically, what happened is anytime I plug it into the laptop, it it'll either delete itself from the laptop, which if you know about Macs, you'll know that that is not good because you're supposed to hit eject, because of the way that they deal with connected devices. If you just unplug it, it could corrupt the data, and that's sort of what it was doing. It would just automatically, for whatever reason, just like unplug itself. Not actually, it's not like it's like moving on its own, but it would delete itself from the laptop. And the pop-up would come up that happens when you unplug something. So for all intents and purposes, was unplugging itself. And yeah, so I don't know if that's what did it, but it kept doing that, and also now, after a week of it misbehaving in that sense, it would take a very long time to load. But it always kind of took a long time to load. I should say that it always took a while to load in the data because I think there was so much of it. The folders had so many files of great size in it that that's why it took so long to load. Um, so I didn't really see that as a red flag necessarily, but it did take a long time to load in, and then it got to the point where it just wasn't loading in at all. It just would sit there and be blank as if there was nothing on the hard drive. And then anytime I would like try to change a setting, like try to change the name of the hard drive or try to change the permissions on it or try to do anything like that or encrypt it or do anything with it, it would just the Finder app would stop responding, and I would get one of those Apple rainbow spinner things that just doesn't go away, and then finally after like 5 minutes of it just spinning, it would delete itself again like it normally would. And so basically, and I talked to me and Ghost talked probably almost every night, I think, while I was in Britain. And so obviously he was well aware. As soon as this stuff started happening, we talked and we decided that I had enough. I did the math and it did work out where I had enough you know, content on my laptop. I had enough because I had like I had a few sessions of Breath of the Wild and a few sessions of Halo. So each session has like 4 or 5 episodes in it. So we were pretty good. And as you saw, we did consistently upload every week, just, every Tuesday. We did consistently upload the whole time I was there. I did have to come back early because of, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Basically, what ended up happening was I did the math and it worked out where we were gonna have enough content to get to this point, but basically we ran out of Halo ODST, and we have I think 3 or 4 episodes left of Breath of the Wild before that runs out, and basically the hard drive is still not working, and sorry if you guys feel like whatever from us like not coming out and saying this when it first started. I was hopeful that see, originally my plan was spring break, which would have been last week and this week. Last week I was supposed to be in London, and because there was no like Best Buy, there was no reputable like tech like company stores or anything like that where I would feel comfortable repairing it, because there was a lot of like privately owned, like like basically those mall kiosks where it's like, oh, we'll fix your phone screen in 10 minutes. There was like basically like those, but in like a small like retail environment. So my plan was to go to London because in London there is a Best Buy and tech stores and stuff. So I figured we had enough content to get to spring break, and then I'd be able to go to London and have them check it out. But then because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, I was unable to go to London, and I, in fact, came home early, like March 20th, I think I came back, and, but then my plan switched to, okay, well, I can just go to Best Buy. Of course, Best Buy closed down because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, and that meant that we just kind of were sunk, and GoSan can't come over, so we're not able to record any new sessions. We've talked over, voice chat trying to figure this thing out, and basically every night I get a new data recovery program, download it, have it run through it, but things are not looking good. And what I did find out from we had Arbor take a look at it, and basically he put it in iMovie, and he had this weird idea that, like, to if you wanted to see what would happen if the few minutes where the hard drive actually is registered on my Mac as being plugged in, which, because right now um it's not on my Mac. Like, my Mac does not register as a hard drive, but it is plugged into the computer and it's running. The light isn't turned on, but I can feel it running. So yeah, Arbor went into iMovie and went to, like, import, videos into iMovie and see there. And when he clicked on it there as a storage device, it said that it was loading. So it's not that it was empty. It's not that there wasn't any episodes on it or anything. Which is what, our fear was that, all the videos had been erased. The hard drive wasn't, like, able to process or load in all of the videos. So that's kind of good news, but the point is whether or not we get that data back, which, to give you a little, bit, we had all of Mario Odyssey on there, which we didn't beat the game. We were one session into New Donk City. Like, I think we just got the Beatles back together or something like that, and that's where we were in the game. So we got up to that much of Mario Odyssey on there. We had the rest of Halo on there. We had I don't know the game well enough, so I can't tell you, like, what milestone we were at with Legend of Zelda, but we had 2 guest stars on the channel for one session. We got through the Zora domain. We got all the way through the those, like, feminists that you have to, like, put on their clothes and then they can't tell that you're a guy or something like that. The desert, the ones that live in the desert, and they only let women enter their town, plus Ganondorf or something. Anyway, we got, like, I think through that city or something. Like, we were very far in Legend of Zelda. So if we can't get that back, we'll probably upload another video saying what our decision is going to be, because we don't know. You guys can actually help with it a little bit. Just comment in here if the absolute worst case scenario happens, which is all of the videos that we had on there were erased. Would you want us to try and like, reset the loads and try to play through the end of the games, or would you rather us just, like, keep going with new content? Because if we try to do that, like, in those recordings, we're both going to be very tired and, like, angry, and it's just going to be a lot of, like, us trying to remember what jokes we made in the first one and trying to, like, do everything the same way, I guess. Or, yeah, just leave your comments on what you would, like, suggest or what you want to see. Also, important for that, we're asking for your comments, just because it really is for you guys. It makes no difference to us. So there are, like, a few episodes left of Breath of the Wild, and currently they are scheduled to go up every other week. I could go in and change the scheduling so that they get uploaded once a week, so that there's still an episode every Tuesday, and it would just be Breath of the Wild for, like, 4 Tuesdays in a row. Or we could space them out every other week, so that way it lasts longer. You have to wait a little bit longer for each episode, but it'll go, like, through May. Maybe by that point the Backstreet Boys reunion tour will have passed our area. I know Connecticut has started to reopen or talk about a plan to reopen stuff. So if that happens, you bet that I will have Ghost over here and we'll be recording whatever you want us to record, and he'll look at the hard drive and see if there's anything he can do with it and stuff. So comment like how you want. Like I said, I think there's 3 or 4 episodes left before we run out. So yeah, it's just a terrible situation. Never buy Seagate, I think is the message that I am sending. But yeah, so that's about it. Very sorry. As always, I will see you later, Trash Pandas.
Uh, hey guys, it's Arbor, underneath, Estrilla's bed, my humble abode, look, I just figured I was editing the announcement video, and, I heard Estrella, he was doing a good job and everything, but then he said that, it was my fault, that the hard drive, I just wanted to clear things up a little bit. So it was not my fault. Estrella, he's the one that purchased the hard drive. All right. He said Seagate. I said no, don't get Seagate. He didn't listen to me. So anyway, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I tried my best with it. I try editing the videos, and they come out, and he doesn't. I put up with a lot of jokes, but I didn't want you guys thinking that I'm not taking this seriously. This is I haven't eaten in 4 days. This is not a joke to me. I have been up every night, all night, trying to get this hard drive to work, and it just doesn't want to So and sorry about the Yoda scream. I forgot. God, it's stupid Arbor. And, I deserved every one of those lashes they gave me, and I'm still under here. I'm still living. 1 month. They weren't kidding about that, and. I don't think his mom knows I'm here. She won't let Ghost come over. She wouldn't let Ghost Sand come over because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, but she didn't. I don't live here. Like, I have a family to go home to and feed, and she doesn't kick me out. So I don't know why. But I'm still under his bed. I don't think she knows. I don't think. I want to go home. There's a virus out there. I'm not supposed to.
Arbor, what the fuck are you doing with my dad's camera?